Okay, these are the real life tires that went on the back pod, and that's a steel rim. I know it's not a square D, but I actually like that round circle better. And this is going to be a, let me see, it's a 15-inch rim. I believe this one is 14 inches wide. Reason I didn't go 15 by 15 is that one additional inch adds quite a bit of money because of the considered racing, I guess. And then this has a 4-inch offset as standard. And this is the Hoosier tire here that comes with it. I think it's 92 inches in diameter, 29 inches high. I think it's 18 inches wide, and on a 15-inch rim. This has the higher compound. You see here that we spin balanced it quite a bit out of balance, but this is not too bad. Always do it to the inside so you don't visually have to look at it. It's kind of dirty. This one's been powder coated. Again, I do like the round, kind of more like a Diablo rim is what I think of it as. And there we go, 92 15 by 15. Yeah, dirt. And there's also another thing, safety warning here. It has to do with serious injury may result from the explosion of the wheel assembly due to improper mounting. It also says over here, for racing purposes, not for highway use. That's not good to have that on your tire when you get in a major accident. And then it's the Hoosier brand. Really cool. It has a bunch of little nipples here on the top. I like that pattern. It's a cool pattern. So this one here, I'm going to use it for the rear. It's not really the offset that I wanted, but I don't really spend a lot of money to create a different offset on it. I think we're just going to move on to the next ones. We'll have aluminum rims on it. Just lighten up that whole spinning mass. This over here was my big collapse of my frame. I had it on brick, and I knew it was really wobbly, and I was like, whatever you do, do not let that thing fall over. Well, guess what happens? It fell over. And as it fell over, it took out the front fork assembly, which it's not really that bad because that's not what's going to really hold it on. But it's kind of interesting to see. That's my tire. Always make sure you prop it so it doesn't roll off. It's no big deal. But here, it popped off so you could kind of see. Like this here is Bondo that went around there, so it has no structural strength on it. This is the PVC, actually ripped it. And then this is some of the fiberglass on the inside there. So I have another way that we're going to do it. It wasn't set up for it, but it's actually better, I guess, that it broke there than anything else because all of this here has been primered and sanded and finished. So just still has to have the black, flat black put on it. So I'm going to try to lift it back up. I bought a motorcycle stand. I had it on these things here, which I think is about 9 inches, but it wasn't even close to being the height of the bottom. So I went ahead and just got a real stable, motorcycle stand there, and I'll probably, I don't know if I'll anchor it down, but I'll tape it or just kind of hold it in place so it doesn't slide. And then I did buy some straps over here, and these straps are going to go all the way around this whole lift and then go through, under the frame, which will pull that thing down on it and at least make it so that it's a lot more stable. And then the end of it, frame, was hanging off back over here. That won't support itself, so I will have to use some bricks on that, but it's just a little thing. The main support is right here. I think part of that too is that frame at that one point is really narrow. It's not very thick at all, and that kind of concerns me on the final one because I want to have more width on that center chassis. There's my one tortoise shell there, and today I'm going to be redoing the gas tank. I did find a gas tank on the side that I pulled a mold on, but after looking at it more, it's pretty crappy, and every time I do something I end up getting a little bit better at it. So on this one here I'm going to be real careful. PVA it. Be real careful with the gel coat, get good coverage on it, and then especially the first layer of fiberglass. I'm going to try a new product which is said to lay down on that gel coat a lot better, and that seems to be the problem, is where you have voids. Creates a lot of voids between the gel coat and the fiberglass, and that has to be, redone or bondoed at least. And here's my other one. This is the one that just did not make it. I had a heck of a time getting it off, and it all had to do with that little bubble out there that has a little hose running through it on the side of the chest plate. That part of it was just kind of welded in. This is one that I did. It came out really good. It's just I had to cut the mold to release it, and I ended up cutting the piece, which it isn't a big deal. I may use this one to chop up and to grab that headlight and flip it over to the right side. So I don't think not all is lost. It's just a matter of how we're going to put it all together. So just have that sitting here. Be working on this today. Thanks for looking, and aloha.